Welcome back to Heart of a Kid Productions. And as I always say, as long as you have the heart of a kid, you can enjoy everything and anything. Anyways, wanted to review this set recently. Been waiting a couple days, but let's get right into it. So hey guys, um, obviously it's been a couple days since I actually did a review or any Lego stuff, but been kind of busy with life and family. But I actually had to order this online, and the package came in literally like the next day. It was amazing, crazy. So I ended up getting Optimus Prime Transformer, and this box is awesome. Looks great. Came with an awesome instruction manual, which I'll show you right here. Obviously, it has the Transformers logo for the Autobots, which is awesome. So if they end up doing a Megatron or any of the Decepticons, it'd be cool to get one of these with the actual logo like this. Looks really good. And on the front page, check it out. It has this awesome little kind of comic thing with Bumblebee, Optimus Prime, Megatron, and Starscream. So those are like the four main characters. So it would be great to get all four of these characters and add to your collection. That would be awesome. What's great about the instructions actually is throughout the instructions there's little inserts with little parts telling you different things about Transformers, their weapons, the different things when they're used, stuff that if you weren't born in my era, because I was born in the late 70s and grew up in the 80s, which to me is the best era ever. It was just amazing with all the cartoons, different things we had. And I used to watch the Transformers growing up, and then obviously there was another one called GoBots. I used to watch that too, but Transformers was always the main one that everybody got into, and Optimus Prime was just legit. So what's great about this set is actually when I actually got it, I did see it online, seen pictures and all that, and I thought it was going to be a lot smaller than it ended up being. So I got to build it because my baby saw me open the package and he was like, Transformer. And he knew exactly who it was because he watches the Transformers now already at 3 with because my older son watches it on Netflix and all that. So he was like, Optimus, build Optimus. So I was like, okay, all right, I'm going to build it. Funny thing is, with my collectibles, I'm very big on not letting the kids a lot of the times, and my older one, he's allowed to touch them, and then my baby's allowed to touch certain sets. This is one that I really didn't want my baby messing with because to me it's just an awesome collectible from my childhood. The funny thing is, as soon as it was done being built, he was like, change it to the truck. And of course I changed it and I let him play with it. I didn't put the stickers on during that time. I did just recently put the stickers on for the figure, which you guys will see. But it was funny because he just loved it so much and had me transforming back and forth, which was actually not that difficult. I'm going to actually show you guys that, which is amazing. I was actually really surprised on the scale, on also the way you were able to transform it, because obviously I would have assumed that it was going to be where you have to take it apart and redo it, which then I saw some reviews and stuff that they said you didn't have to do it. It actually is a transformer, which to me makes it 10 times better because obviously you get to actually transform a Lego, which is amazing that they were even able to do that. That was just phenomenal on my part. For me to see that, I was just like, man, this is so cool. And I was showing my wife, I was like, isn't this so neat? And she was like, okay, babe, that's great. And I was like, no, but look at how good they went and how amazing detail it is and how much better it looks than I even thought it was going to look. And I know some people might not like it for some reason. And at the end of the day, I was pleasantly surprised because my expectations were actually a little lower. So because again, I thought it was going to be a lot smaller than it was, and when I got it and built it, I was like, man, these legs are really big. I was like, okay, and I was like, man, this upper body and everything. And when as I put it together, because you start off with the upper body, and I was just like, man, this thing's gonna be massive. And I was just like, okay, all right, we'll see how it looks. And when I got through it, I was just like, I was in awe. Of course, my baby, my 3-year-old, was like, oh my God, he loved it. And I was just, man, this is way better than I expected. And I thought it was a little overpriced when I saw the price. Because again, in my mind, it was going to be a lot smaller. And I was just like, man, I was like almost 100. I think it was like 170, 169, and I was just like, man, that's a lot of money. And I try to collect, and with the prices going up here in August or September, I'm like, man, I got to pick up a couple things that I want before they hike up the prices, because that's going to stop me from buying as many as Legos as I do. But there's certain ones like this that you just have to get. So it was amazing after getting it. And like I said, I got it in like 1 or 2 days after I ordered online, because I couldn't make it to the store. So I was just really happy to see it. I was like, man, I can build this right now. I can do a review. This is amazing. So without further ado, let me show you some of the parts that actually come with it. So obviously you got your inner jog cube, and this is like a nice little kind of translucent, like it's kind of like purplish pink, but or magenta color, but it's actually really interesting. But this is nothing crazy. It's just the energon that they use for food and kind of currency and energy and stuff like that. And it actually says that in the actual manual, but I already knew that. But I was like, oh, this is interesting. Okay, cool, something to have, not a big deal. And then what's great is it comes with a little plaque, and this is a sticker. And they have 5 stickers. This is one of them, and I was really surprised they didn't have a ton of stickers. I was really happy about that. But it gives all its like, information, just like if you have Yu-Gi-Oh cards or Pokemon cards or any type of cards and Magic cards and all that, and kind of gives the stats in regards to Optimus and all that good stuff. So kind of hard to see, but it's really cool. So I got it on there really well, and that looks cool to go with the display. And then you also get this little piece, and this piece is actually for the Optimus. It changes out, if you notice on here, it changes out this this orange plate right here. So when he's a truck, you change it and put this one on there. So this is a sticker. I wish this was printed, but it is what it is. That orange piece is a sticker as well. And then on the legs, there's a sticker and a sticker. Other than that, the rest is printed. What's great about that is I actually thought on the eyes that they were going to be stickers for some reason. I was just like, oh man, it's going to be a pain putting these eye pieces if it's a sticker. I was like, oh man. And it's a printed 1x2 flat piece on the side. It's printed with the eyes, and I was just like, oh, this is perfect. I don't have to worry about it. That's great. So, and then also it comes with his axe. Now I'm not really a big fan of the axe and all that stuff, but I was just like, okay, this was part of the show that he had this, and I was just like, all right, well, cool, I have it. And it slides on right on here. You remove the handpiece, which I'll show you guys, and then you throw that right on there. So this is actually really cool. But without further ado, let's bring out the big boy. So I'm going to move this box so you guys can see this awesome set. But I mean, look at this. And this thing, and I love the tires, and then these are prints right here too. So there's 6 tires with 6 prints for the hubcaps, which is awesome. And then this is chrome, huge chrome, just totally chromed out for the certain pieces, everything. And it also, he comes with his blaster, which is awesome. And then he comes with the jetpack that you have to build. Now this, when you transform it, you have to remove this piece because that doesn't go with it. But really cool. Now, kind of hard to see in scale, but this thing stands up perfectly. I love it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring my Horizon Zero Dawn giraffe-looking tall neck, and you guys can see the size comparison to him. So, I mean, it's almost literally the same size. And then if you go to a minifigure, which we'll just use Alos, I mean, look how small this minifigure is compared to Optimus. I mean, he is literally like, Alo's still smaller than his head. I mean, literally, it's amazing. So, I mean, so if you take, I mean, I don't even know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, probably like 12 minifigures just to make one of these. So we'll move a tall neck out of the way. But I mean, this guy is amazing, and I love it. And I love that the gun slides right into the hand, which is really cool. So you guys can see that. Slides right into the hand, and also it sticks to this part of the hand right here too. So you slide it into the hand and then secure it with this little piece, and it fits right there. And then it functions. He's able to hold the gun any way you want, the blaster, and it looks really cool. So I just love it. One thing I wanted to show you guys about the hands, which was really cool. So I'm going to go ahead and remove this hand so you guys can see. But let's move him to the side a little bit. So what's cool is it's got a little thumb. So you got your thumb and you got your little fingers, kind of little grip piece. So what's cool is underneath here, there's a 1x3 that holds these little hand pieces together. What's cool is you can remove that little piece, and then these are little functioning fingers that actually move. So obviously it comes with this 1x3 just to connect it. But I was like, man, I can have the little fingers just totally doing their own thing, not just one solid piece gripping, because it doesn't really need this piece to grip. It just kind of holds it together. But other than that, it's not going to slide off because these are little tubes that are connected to a certain piece right here. And yeah, so you don't really even need this piece. Obviously, it tells you to put it together, and it just keeps it secure. But it's still functional without it, which is great. So, you know, it has its grip, and I love that how it has the little thumb right there. It's like a perfect little hand. And like I said, you remove this piece, and then you got the 3 little fingers. So, and then it slides right back in, no problem. Really cool. So as you can see, he has his 2 hands, just kind of doing his own thing right here. 2 little thumbs and his arm, however you want it. So let's actually remove this arm so you guys can see. So like we were talking with the axe, obviously the gun kind of slides into his hand and holds securely into this piece right here. But this one, it has a little Technic piece, and there's a little hole on the inside, and you just put it right in there, and look at that. Perfect. Fits right in there. Awesome. Able to be held sturdy, like he's fighting some Decepticons. Now, like I said, I don't really care for this axe, so I take that off and then put back the hand because I prefer him to have his hands, and he just, to me, looks so much better. And what's great is this piece, obviously, in the inside of his chest is the Matrix. So really cool, because that's energy for the Decepticons and the Transformers, Autobots. But like I said, this is a sticker piece, and then these 2 are sticker pieces as well. And then I love his feet. So check it out. His feet actually like move. Obviously you wouldn't have them. Oh, that's funny. So anyways, this little piece is just a piece that goes in there. That's happened before. And it's just the function. It should stay secure, but if you're bending it too much, it works. But anyways, really cool, really cool. And then what's great is these pieces right here, these Transformer Autobots pieces, it looks so cool because these are printed, and that is by far, and there's 3 of them. So you have one in the back with the jetpack, and then you obviously have Optimus's eyes right there, and those are printed as well. And he just looks so good. Oh, and actually, this piece is printed as well, so you don't have to worry about that. Just less stickers, not having to worry about. And then his jetpack, like I said, it comes right off. It's a little snap piece, just snaps into the back of him. And the back's nothing to look at, and nothing interesting. Obviously, you put the jetpack in, and that actually kind of covers up some of the back. But you're not going to be looking at the back anyway. It's all about the front, and he looks awesome. So we're going to go ahead and transform him into the truck. Since we're going to transform him into the truck, we're going to remove this sticker panel piece right here. So, because obviously we're going to turn him into the truck, so we'll move that out of the way, and then we'll put in the other piece. So this is literally one piece you just have to change out, and then remove the jetpack. So literally, it is super easy to do. It was crazy. And you know what's funny? Because I've done this multiple times for my baby. So let's see if I can do it without any mess ups, because like I said, it's really easy, but it's really cool. So the head kind of tilts right back, all the way back. And then you lift this piece up all the way, because you're going to twist this all the way around, move the arms a little bit, and you're going to flip this all the way around. So now it's facing backwards. And what you're going to do is actually bend this all the way back, so then it's flat. So you got it flat like that, and then you're going to put the feet down. And what's great is with these legs, because they're kind of loose, they actually clip into place because it has a little clip piece. So then it's secure, which is awesome. So you got those 2, and then as you see, it's kind of all over the place right now, but super simple. We're gonna move these arms in and move this arm in on this side, and then we're going to stretch this out, and then we're going to turn this and put these hands down. Now the only time I've had any issues was with the hands. They sometimes fall out, and at the end of the day you don't really need the hands when you're transforming into the section, but for me, I'm like, I want it to be 100% secure, so I make sure I pull it back out, put the hands back in, make sure it's secure, and then put it in. So obviously, so we got Optimus in there, everything's looking good. So we're gonna go ahead, because these are all on ball joints, so we're gonna move these over here, bring these back, and then we're gonna turn this to the side here, so that's how it's gotta go. And then we're gonna bring this, I know you guys can't see on the other side right now, but as soon as I get this in, I'll turn it for you guys so you can see. And like I said, this is super simple. All right, there we go. So got one side, and I'll try to show you guys on this side. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna have these hands out for a second, and we're gonna turn this, and this is actually gonna come this way. This hand's gonna arch this way, and then this hand is going to curl straight down in here. So super simple. We're gonna lock this into place. So, oh, and on this side, I actually forgot something. So you bring this out, because that's the nice little rail right there. And then all you do is bring the front back out. Boom, boom. And literally, there's your truck. This is secure, and then you can turn these to the side. Awesome, awesome. And like, it was funny because it's a little fragile, because these pieces move a little bit because they don't like secure. So the cab is a little moving, but if you've ever been in a diesel truck, the cab kind of moves. But as you can see, this is actually secure in there. It looks good. And it functions. I mean, they would have rolled it, bring it right back. My baby literally picked this up, and he knocked off like one or two little blue pieces off the tailgate or whatever, but this is really secure. So it was actually really cool to see him play with this, and he took it to the couch, and he was like rolling it around, and then he was like, "Oh, Dad, look at Transformer," and I was just like, "Yeah, it's great, man, I love it." And I mean, look at that, it looks so good. I really like it. And as you can see on the back over here, I can turn this around so you guys can see, but Optimus Prime's head is actually hidden behind this part. You can see a little bit of it. But what's also great is you actually put your weapon back here as well. So this gun will actually just fit right in here. The funny thing is, I haven't done the gun yet, so but apparently it just slides right in here, no problem. And let me check the instructions, make sure I'm putting it in correctly, because like I said, the gun, I did not actually put it in, but yeah. So with the gun, yeah, it shows, yep, so that's the tail, goes right in there, and yeah, I put it in the right way. Yep, so this gun just slides right in there, so it's got a little piece sticking out. That's right, let's see, boom, boom, boom. Yeah, does this fold? Oh yeah, and this piece folds. Okay, cool. So yeah, I didn't do it, but as you can see, the gun fits right in there. You don't even really notice it. It's just in the middle, which is really cool. And man, it's just, and I love the tailgate. I love how the feet, like I said, they just fold in, and that's the whole point. And it just works perfectly. So, and then the gun fits right in there, and it just drives. And I mean, I love the side with the Optimus Prime logo printed and everything. It's got your lights in the front. It's got your main front of the truck. I mean, it just looks really good, and it works. It's functional, and that's what. And again, it just transforms right back into, you know, Optimus. So let's go ahead and before I finish the video, we'll go ahead and transform him back. And obviously nothing fell off. It was super easy. The hands, like I said, if you don't position those right and you try to force it, then they're just gonna kind of fall out their little connection. But if you put them in right, it's gonna fold perfectly, and then, you know, it is what it is. But, I mean, look at this thing. It is great. And I'm gonna keep him as the Optimus, where I have him on display, because I like him holding the gun. So let's go ahead and get that gun out. pull this piece out, and we'll re-add it to his hand as soon as we get him functional again. So again, super easy. I'm gonna lift up the feet. We can separate the little connection. You don't even have to separate the connection until after, if you want, because that's not gonna affect the functionality. So we're gonna lift this out. We're gonna lift these hands back out. And then we're gonna just turn these pieces out. And then now you got, oh, his head fell off, look at that. And that was just me being a little rough with it. But anyways, so his head comes, look at that. So we already got the hands out, the head, and boom, boom, boom. And again, and the head just sticks right on top. So when it fell out just now, it was not a big deal. So you just pull him back up, and then we just twist him right back around, and look at that. He's back to normal pretty much. We're gonna go ahead and close this back down, and then bring his hand, well, actually, we'll leave his hand out because we're going to put the gun back in there. But on this side, you just wanna make sure those little stairs to get off, you just fold those back in and bring his hand down, boom, and now you got his nice hand right there, really cool. Bring his gun, close his little hand, secure it right there with the little piece, and there you go. Look at that. Super simple. Optimus Prime is back to normal. Awesome. And again, you can have his hand any way you want. So there you go. And he does tilt a little bit. It looks like, you know, he might fall forward, but I've had him on display, and he actually, it's probably because these feet are so secure that he just stays exactly, and then you just turn those back to the side. And look at that. Perfect. He is ready to go, ready to shoot, gun in hand, ready to handle some business, take care of some Decepticons. So I'm actually looking forward. I really hope that they actually come out with Bumblebee. That would be awesome, especially the old, Beetle. I mean, it's just, and have them transform. I mean, they were able to do it with this. I hope they're able to do it with him. Now, in regards to like Megatron, I would love to see them do the Decepticons, especially like Starscream, his partner in crime, would be really cool because he turns into a jet. So that would be really crazy to see how they would do that if they're able to do it. But with Lego, you can probably do it. There is a way, I'm sure. In regards to Megatron, now, when I watched the cartoon back in the day, he actually turns into a gun. I don't know if Lego would end up doing that. I mean, obviously, it's a blaster. He turns into a blaster, and Optimus Prime has a blaster. So why would they not make Megatron turn into a blaster? Because it's a fictional weapon for Cybertron and the Decepticons to use against their enemies, the Autobots, and Optimus uses his blaster to take out the fictional, characters of Megatron and his adversaries. So it's funny because my favorite character of all the Transformers when I was growing up was Soundwave. I loved Soundwave. He was the coolest guy to me. I mean, obviously he was a Decepticon, but I just love that he had the cassette deck, because I'm old school, so I still even have a couple little cassettes, which is funny. But he shot out the dog, and I had that figure, that Transformer, and I would literally play with the cassette all day long, transforming him back from a dog, back into the cassette, back into a dog. I know he also had where he could have a bird or a hawk or something like that. Yeah, I just had the dog. It was Soundwave and the dog, and I was in love. I was playing with that thing all the time. I can't remember if I had an Optimus or even a Bumblebee. I think I got Soundwave. I can't remember, but I watched the show, and Soundwave was my guy. And I don't even remember if I thought of him as a bad guy. I just thought he was cool. Obviously, I knew he was a Decepticon, which are the bad guys, but at the same time, I was like, he's my guy. So he was my guy when I was playing with whatever against anybody, and me, I was like, oh, he's my good guy. He's just here to handle business, and he's got his dog by his side, man's best friend. But anyways, this set is just amazing. I just love it. Oh man, it looks so good. Yeah, it was a lot better than than I thought. Let's see if you guys can, I mean, just, I'm holding him, he's secure, he's not going to fall apart. So arms move a little bit, but yeah, there you go. Yeah. So, I mean, he stays, he's really good, but I mean, look at him, look at him. He's just ready to go pounce, and I love the chrome. They added chrome here, chrome here, chrome here, chrome here. It just looks so good. I mean, at the end of the day, it's a great display piece. I hope it lasts. But I love the tires too. It's funny because we get tires with all kinds of things, but the tires, when I was building them, I was like, they just proportionally, they just look perfect on him. The whole setup, everything. I'm gonna go ahead and throw his jetpack back on here, which is super simple. Just getting that right over this little piece and snap. Oh, look at that. I didn't even snap it into place. I thought it was in there, but anyway, there's a little section. There we go. So snaps right into place. Yep, secure. We got it. We got it. So obviously the back looks a lot better with the jetpack. Yeah, see, I'm not perfect either. I drop things and you just got to make sure it's secure when it goes. And even if it falls, it's a solid piece. So obviously you saw it didn't break into 100,000 pieces. But yeah, he looks really good. I can't say enough about this figure. Again, it definitely blew my mind when I actually got to see it after it was completed. Yeah, I thought it was great. I was really happy, and like I said, my 3-year-old was loving it, and I let him play with it. Now that I got the stickers on, and again, they're only on the legs and this chest piece, so there's literally only 3 pieces. So I don't see, if I let him play with it, that they're going to be damaged or anything. You know, obviously with stickers, if they get rubbed too much, they start to come off. But at the same time, my son ends up falling in love with something else 10 seconds later. So this will be down here in my man cave on display somewhere. I'm not sure where I'm going to put it yet, but this is one I'm glad I actually built. And the funny thing is I have the Voltron, and I still haven't built it. It was a gift from my wife. And it's funny because after building this one, just because I wanted to see it after it was done and my 3-year-old wanted to see it, but after building this one, I'm like, man, I was like, and that was one of my favorite shows. So I was like, man, you know what? I was like, I wonder how awesome that one is, or what's the difference in scale to this, because obviously that one has the cats that form into the main character, or Voltron. So I might be pulling that one out and building that one. It's just, you know, when you have so much room and you're building so many things, it's like you run out of space. And I do have a big basement, but at the end of the day, you know, it's just really cool to be able to build something and see it, and just especially from your childhood, just so much nostalgia. Anyways, I want to thank you guys for watching. I know this one ran long, but I wanted to show you guys how it transformed, how it looked, how it functioned really well. And again, everybody might not like this. You know, for me, it's more nostalgia, but at the same time, it was a lot better than I expected at the end of the day. So, and it is a little pricey, but you know, for what I got and what I saw, it just ended up being a lot more than I expected. So the price point, yeah, for me in the beginning it was like, oh, it's a little overpriced, and hopefully I enjoy it. And I did. The whole build I enjoyed, and I really loved it. So I can't complain one bit about it. I thought it was amazing, and I look forward to hearing what you guys think. Let me know if you guys have this, if you have seen it at the store. And I know some people who I've seen like, oh, it doesn't look as good in person. And I didn't get to go to the store and see it in a place, so I got to actually build it on my own as I was building, got to enjoy actually seeing it come to life, which I think is the best part about Lego, because sometimes if you already see it, then you're like, oh, let me look at the details and stuff like that. But if you actually get to build it and then see what they did and how they made it work, you're like, wow, this is so much better. And it kind of, you get more enjoyment out of it. So this is definitely one that I'm glad that I built from scratch without actually seeing it in person beforehand. So at the end of the day, you know, it's just you know, it's a hobby, and I'm glad I got to enjoy it. So thanks again for watching. Please subscribe. You know, it does help me out just to know that I'm interacting with more people, because I'm talkative. I like to interact with people, and I enjoy working with people, talking to people, you know, sharing my hobby with people, sharing their insights, things that they love. And at the end of the day, you know, it's a great piece, and it's something we can all enjoy, you know, whether you grew up with this or something that you're like, this is just amazing to see they were able to make a transformer that can transform. But please hit that like button if you guys like this. Let me know if I'm doing anything that you guys don't like or things that I can improve on. And you know, again, I just push record, start filming, and go with it. You know, I'm not really smart with computers. I've worked with computers in my military career, but I didn't do edits or anything like that. It was more working on main systems for protecting this country and stuff like that. So different aspects of different jobs. But with this, you know, I can hit record and then kind of go and talk about things and film things. And you know, sometimes I mess up and I got to start all over. But I think this one went well. I hope you guys enjoy it, and I guess I'll talk to you guys soon. I really appreciate your guys' time, and thanks for watching, and look forward to hearing from you. So you guys have a good day. All right. Talk to you later.